Welcome to Barina Peps Being the Know. I'm your host, Voddie Chikuning. We begin. This is the SBC week, okay? So far, it's not disappointing. The drama. All right, let's get started. We have the ERLC. They have just put out their conference. They're going to have a conference in January 2018. From 18 to 19, and one of the speakers is going to be like Machanda, and I'm sure Lakre is just going to perform. So what is this theme about? This theme is about Stand for Life. So they're kicking off a conference, Stand for Life, and their slogan, listen to it closely: uniting to make abortion unnecessary. Uniting to make abortion unnecessary. Okay? I don't understand how this slogan has made it here. If you recall, Brent Leatherwood, who is the acting president of the ERLC, actually tweeted the same thing. And he actually received backlash, but he said like, oh, that's not, like he just danced all over the place. And this time around, these people want to tell us that make abortion unnecessary. At what point was abortion ever necessary? At what point is abortion necessary, ladies and gentlemen? And this is the ERLC, the entity of SBC, ladies and gentlemen. So this is exactly what they're going to be doing in 2023. All right, moving on. Okay, so Monday kicked off, like the convention is going on. So they have selected members to head the executive committee of the SBC, okay, the EC executive. So two gentlemen who have made the cut. One of them is Gerard Wellman, elected chairman for the EC, and vice chairman David Sands, elected vice chairman. Both of these gentlemen, as they are work as they come. That's just the truth. But I have take note of David and Sons. Okay, David and Son. When Obama was speaking at John Lewis' funeral, David and Son was praising Obama, okay, President Obama. According to David and Son, Obama knows his scriptures. There's no way that he can, there's no way that Obama could have spoken the way that he spoke, right? This was during this, the funeral of John Lewis's funeral, because he demonstrated that he shows knowledge of the Bible and the Spirit who authored it. So this is from David and Son, okay? Everything that I know about President Obama, if you ask me, is Obama a born-again Christian? I would say no, he is not. So especially during this time, okay, if he found Christ right now, I not that I'm aware of, not that I should know about it, but it is what it is, right? So Gerard Wellman, he did have like a brush off with Rod Martin. Rod Martin was one of executive members back in the day, but he wouldn't have won the election, but like he's one of the guys who resigned from the executive committee because they were told that they need to forgo attorney-client and privilege. So people who didn't want to forgo attorney-client and privilege, they just decided to quit. You either stay, and then hey, you're open, if you lose your attorney-client privilege. So some of them resigned. So one of the person who resigned was Rod Martin, and he, according to the story, Gerard Wellman was not happy that he made it to the executive, the politics inside the SBC. But all in all, Gerard Wellman, chairman, David and Son, vice chairman. Okay? But we move on. We have Danny Aiken. Danny Aiken is the president of Southern Seminary, one of the, seminaries of the SBC. So it is customary, heads of the entity are not supposed to endorse any candidate. They're supposed just to keep quiet. But Danny Aiken, who can tell Danny Aiken what to do, if we're to be honest? He decided to put out a tweet yesterday that he hopes that there will be no change of direction to North American Mission Board. And yes, he gave shout out to Kevin Izzo, who is the president of the North American Mission Board. He also gave a shout out to Dr. Paul Chadhood. And he said he will gladly follow this gentleman. Okay, so if you can see, did he endorse... if you're following this issue, this is pretty much an endorsement to Bad Baba, because the slogan for change, hashtag change direction, this is for Thomas. So if Danny Aiken is saying that he hopes and prays that there will be no change of direction in North American Mission Board, a day before people are supposed to choose the SBC president, what is Danny Aiken saying? What is Danny Aiken saying? And you'd think, that's exactly what he put out there. There's nobody who can say, this is Danny Aiken. The same Danny Aiken who decided to do an internal investigation, ladies and gentlemen, they investigated themselves, okay, and pretty much came out to vindicate, to say, okay, Karen Swallow probably did nothing wrong, Keith Whitfield, nothing wrong, like, okay, the people who did this, they were quote-unquote anonymous couple, okay? They never even said who this anonymous couple is. And then, lo and behold, Tom released the video, this was the so-called, the investigation, right? And Karen Swallow, she didn't attend one of them, because she said that she wasn't ready. And Keith Whitfield attended it, and these people are they're just lying, even on video. And now Karen Swallow said she knew about the draft that these people were planning to make it public, and she didn't bother to warn Jennifer Buck and Tom Buck because she fears Tom Buck is a bully. And yet Karen Swallow and Jennifer Buck and Tom Buck, they had a friendship, and Danny Aiken is in the middle of all of this. And this story, by the way, never made the cut into the guidepost as for investigation. Ladies and gentlemen, the SBC, and that, if that is not all. Moving on, what do we have? Dwight McKissick. Okay, so Dwight McKissick, John MacArthur, spoke at the Conservative Baptist Network, right? Then Dwight McKissick greeted John MacArthur, which was, nice. According to Dwight McKissick, this was at the request, he was at the request of J. Marcus' entourage. Okay, he had just to slide that one in there. But to be honest, he said he greeted him. And, he just thanked him for his ministry, and just, very appreciative of John MacArthur's commentary. And, it was present, and, obviously the photo was taken. And ladies and gentlemen, nobody on the MacArthur side is having an issue. They say, okay, nobody's thinking like, oh, so now John MacArthur is endorsing Dwight McKissick. Of course not. And if you know Dwight McKissick, there's no way you can be accusing now Dwight McKissick that is endorsing John MacArthur because they greeted each other. You would think that would be the case, right? No, that is not. According to Kyle J. Howard, he is so disappointed with Dwight McKissick because this is sending a wrong message, which means Dwight McKissick is affirming John MacArthur, because John MacArthur has been falsely accused. These accusations that have never been proven by jury roles that women were abused at his church. Can you imagine? Okay, and Kyle J. Howard wasn't alone. Erin Harding was not happy that Dwight McKissick greeted John MacArthur, because John MacArthur told Beth Moore to go home. And because John MacArthur told Beth Moore to go home, Erin Harding decided to quit the Masters University, and then he went to join where now? The Southeastern Seminary, where she graduated with a pastoral degree, which of course wouldn't have happened at the Masters University, because that's not what they do, okay? Women don't belong on a pulpit. But yeah, right now, Erin Harding, she has one. So it's just a matter of time which SBC church will be having Erin Harding as their pastor. Ladies and gentlemen, honestly, whatever issues that you might have with John MacArthur, is it a sinful thing to greet John MacArthur? What's wrong with Dwight McKissick greeting John MacArthur? And these people, and this is just the two people that I've just mentioned, by the way, okay? There's a whole bunch of people who have, I don't know, like maybe cancelled Dwight McKissick. And like, to be honest with you, even the response that Dwight McKissick gave on his Twitter feed, he was just like, no, I'm sorry that you feel hurt by that way, but no, that was not the time and place for me to be debating with John MacArthur. He doesn't mind. He's open for any debate if anybody wants to debate Dwight McKissick. That was, and in fact, this was their event, right? This was John MacArthur was the speaker over there. Like, I mean, it was just, that's not a place for anybody to be accusing anybody that you should have done XYZ. Okay, how come people are not accusing John MacArthur, saying like, well, you should have corrected Dwight McKissick with so many comments that he's made? Okay, everybody knows. But this is what happens when people are so hateful, who call themselves Christians, that even a greeting is not good enough for them. Okay, they want you to see the other people that you disagree with them theologically as enemies. What a shame. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, what do we have? We have Voddie Baucham. Okay, Voddie Baucham was running for the pastor's president. So, okay, just a quick pause before I forget. When women were registering, they were being asked if they are ordained pastors. Nobody knows why women were being asked if they were ordained pastors, because under SBC, you cannot be a pastor, okay? So why would you be asking a woman if she's an ordained pastor? So that's what happened. Now, enter the vote for the pastor's president, which Voddie Baucham was running, okay? There was confusion that was unnecessary. According to the reports on the ground, some programs didn't contain ballots. And they had said eventually they changed stuff on the ground, okay? This has never done before for 20 years inside the SBC. They casted out the vote. People voted. It was inconclusive. Then they said that only pastors should vote. Ladies and gentlemen, only pastors should vote. So when they said this, only pastors should vote, apparently pastors ended up voting. And some women also stood up. Okay? And this has never been done before. Every time, if you are a messenger, you are entitled to vote. You can vote. So this time around, they changed. It says like only pastors and pastoral staff can vote for the pastor's president. So regular messengers, regular pew sitters were not allowed to vote. I repeat, regular pew sitters who are SBC members were not allowed to vote. Only pastoral staff and the pastors. So they casted the vote. They counted the vote. And don't forget, the people who are in control of all this is people who have been hand-selected, hand-picked by Ed Litton. So Voddie Baucham lost the vote, ladies and gentlemen. Voddie Baucham has lost the bid to the pastor's president. And he lost to who? Daniel Descartes. I follow the SBC. I don't know who Daniel Descartes is. I've never heard of his name until last night. I bet you everybody knows, and their mama knows who Voddie Baucham is. So he won 690 votes, and Voddie Baucham got 608 votes. So you know, he lost by what, 82 votes. Not only that, and then they had 59 ballot, they were disallowed, whatever that means. So that made up 4% of the votes where they did not count, you know. I guess they were, I don't know, defected, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so what does this tell you, ladies and gentlemen? To be blank, they have stolen the votes. They did not want Voddie Baucham to be the pastoral president. They wanted Daniel Descartes to be the president. Daniel Descartes is a senior pastor of a Baptist church in Greensboro, North Carolina. He's a senior pastor, and the name of his church is Friendly. I thought that was a joke, ladies and gentlemen. That's the name of his church, Friendly Baptist Church in Greensboro, North Carolina. And these people, they say they want diversity. I mean, you know, nobody is going to play a race card in this issue, okay? But these people, they're claiming that they want diversity, right? So Daniel Descartes is a white gentleman, Voddie Baucham is a black man, right? So if these people want diversity, I thought they want the minorities, huh? Why did they vote for the white, for the white guy? So I personally, I think, if those were the rules, personally to me, I wouldn't have any problem if they had made it all along that for the pastoral president, they just want pastors to vote, or they just want men to vote. I'll have no problem in that whatsoever. Be like, okay, you know what? This is just going to be the men's vote, so be it. But that wasn't the case. And not only that, even in the Baptist polity, right? At the Baptist church, in order for you to be a pastor, the members, they have to vote, and you need to get the majority vote in order for you to make it to be a pastor. And women can vote too because they're members of the church. So if that's what they do at the church, right, I see no reason why they decided to change this. Because when they were voting last year, when Ed Litton won, this wasn't the rule. Not only that, this is nowhere in their bylaws of the SBC convention. It's not there that only pastors can vote for the pastoral president. Do you understand what is going on over here, ladies and gentlemen? And also, if this is what they wanted, right? Why didn't they say it all along? That way, when people are going to these places, they would have known. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, so that's exactly what has gone down. The church is Friendly Avenue Baptist Church in North Carolina, where Daniel Descartes is a senior pastor who is now being elected to the office of president of the pastors conference in the SBC. More coming, because today it's going to go down. We're going to find out today if it's going to be Tomasco or if it's going to be Bad Baba. But in my opinion, it did look like Voddie had the edge and everything. And if Voddie didn't make it, I just don't see how Tomasco is going to make it. I just don't see how Tomasco is going to make it. Because Daniel Descartes, this is Bad Baba's guy. So we'll see. We'll see. So we're going to wait to see what happens with Tomasco, what happens with Dr. Chavez, if he's going to make it. But stay tuned. We'll definitely keep you guys informed so you know exactly what's going on. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out. I'm gonna tweet out. I'm going to be on later on this afternoon, live with Evangelical Dark Web. I'm gonna be a guest. He'll be streaming live. So if you want to be posted and everything, tune there. But I should be able to put something out even today or tomorrow. There's just a lot of stuff. I personally can't even keep up. It's some of these things. It's very disappointing, very hard pressing and everything. Like I personally, I don't mind whosoever wins, but so long as they win fair and square, right? You ask me, did I want Voddie to win? Absolutely, I wanted Voddie to win. And if his him losing, not an issue, so long as if he lost fair and square. If you ask me, was it fair? I mean, like, these are just shenanigans that if anywhere else you'd be like, wait a minute, why are you changing the rules of the game right now? Why didn't you tell us this before? Why are you changing the rules of game right now? You know, and there's nothing that anybody can do about it. So that's exactly what is going on. But hey, guys, I hope you find this to be informative to you. More drama coming this week is all SBC. So yes, I'll do you know, we'll compile everything, then we can just do a proper live in the studio, show some of these clips, show some of the videos, and just talk about it. That way at least I'll be able to interact with you even in the chats. But I appreciate you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Until next time, remember to be in the know.